Morgan Freeman is more than just an actor. He is an icon whose presence has defined generations of cinema. Known for his deep, calming voice and commanding screen presence, Freeman has appeared in over 100 films across more than 50 years, captivating audiences with roles that range from Neo in The Matrix to Red in The Shawshank Redemption and Eddie Scrape Iron Dry in $1 Million Baby. His voice alone has narrated documentaries and science programs, earning him global recognition. Yet, behind the glimmering awards and fame, Freeman's journey was marked by struggle, perseverance, and profound personal loss. Poverty, racial barriers, and decades of near invisibility shaped him into a man of remarkable resilience. His story reminds us that greatness often comes not from privilege, but from the courage to pursue dreams despite overwhelming odds, to endure pain, and to stand strong in the face of life's trials. Early life in poverty and segregation. Morgan Freeman was born on June 1st, 1937 in Memphis, Tennessee, a city divided by rigid racial segregation. Signs reading "whites only" and "colored" surrounded his childhood, a daily reminder of the systemic limitations imposed on him simply because of his skin color. Freeman's family lived in poverty, with little stability. His father, Morgan Porterfield Freeman Sr., was a barber struggling with alcohol, while his mother, May Edna, worked tirelessly as an elementary school teacher and took on additional jobs to keep the family afloat. From an early age, Morgan experienced the harsh reality of scarcity, moving frequently from Memphis to Chicago and back to Mississippi. These early experiences of poverty and displacement forced him to observe the world quietly and internalize lessons about resilience, patience, and empathy, qualities that would later define both his performances and his personal philosophy. Childhood loss and family instability. Freeman spent much of his early childhood living with his grandmother in Mississippi, who provided the rare sense of stability and warmth that his young life so desperately needed. Her home was modest, but it offered a sense of belonging and emotional security. Her sudden death left a profound void in Freeman's life, introducing him to loss at a tender age and forcing him back into an unstable household with his parents. These early experiences of grief and impermanence shaped Freeman's character, teaching him to navigate a world where security was fleeting. The turbulence of his family life required him to remain observant, reflective, and resilient, qualities that would later enrich his acting craft. The early absence of stability and repeated encounters with loss also gave Freeman a heightened emotional awareness, which he could later channel into the depth of his performances. Teenage years. Amid segregation and limitations, growing up in the segregated American South of the 1940s and 1950s presented additional challenges for Freeman. He attended underfunded schools with limited resources and lived in neighborhoods neglected by authorities, where opportunities for growth were scarce. The societal messages were clear. His race determined his place in the world, and dreams were secondary to survival. Yet Freeman possessed a rich imagination and a natural curiosity about human behavior. He absorbed the way people spoke, reacted, and expressed emotion, unconsciously preparing for a future in storytelling. His keen observations allowed him to internalize the nuances of human interaction, developing the skills that would later define his extraordinary acting career. Despite societal limitations, Freeman began cultivating the quiet intelligence and presence that would become his trademark. Discovering the stage and first encounters with acting for young Morgan, the stage became a sanctuary, a space where social and racial constraints could not diminish his presence. His first experiences acting in school plays revealed the transformative power of storytelling. On stage, he could become anyone, a hero, a narrator, or a man whose voice demanded attention. The thrill of being seen and heard offered a stark contrast to the invisibility imposed by society. Even brief moments under the lights allowed Freeman to experience freedom and recognition. These early performances sparked a lifelong love for acting and storytelling. Yet, the magic of the stage could not erase the reality of societal barriers, reminding him that while talent could shine briefly, the path to professional recognition would be long and arduous, particularly for a Black man in mid-20th century America. Military service and the call of dreams. Faced with limited opportunities, Freeman joined the United States Air Force as a radar technician, seeking stability, steady income, and discipline. Military life provided structure he had never experienced in childhood, yet it could not fulfill the creative hunger within him. Even as he performed his duties efficiently, Freeman frequently recalled the exhilaration of standing on stage and captivating an audience. The stage had offered a rare feeling of belonging and self-expression, and he realized that his heart longed for that connection more than the security of a military career. After 4 years of service, Freeman made the bold decision to leave the Air Force, prioritizing his dream of acting over stability. It was a leap of faith into uncertainty, yet it reflected his commitment to pursue passion over convenience, a choice that would define the trajectory of his life and career. Early career struggles in Hollywood. Upon moving to Los Angeles, Freeman faced the harsh realities of Hollywood, where opportunities for Black actors were scarce and often limited to stereotypes. He spent decades navigating small roles, theater productions, and educational television programs like The Electric Company, honing his craft while enduring near invisibility. Financial hardship was constant, with Freeman often struggling to cover basic expenses. Many contemporaries abandoned their artistic dreams in favor of stability, but Freeman persisted. He continued studying acting, performing on stage, and refining his voice and expressions. Every small role and performance, though largely unnoticed, contributed to his growth. These years of quiet resilience, though marked by disappointment, cultivated the depth, patience, and emotional insight that would later make Freeman's performances profoundly compelling and universally recognized. Breakthrough with Street Smart. After nearly 3 decades of perseverance, Freeman's career breakthrough came with Street Smart in 1987. His portrayal of Leo Smalls, a ruthless New York pimp, earned him critical acclaim and his first Oscar nomination. Freeman's performance drew on the emotional depth and observational skills cultivated over years of struggle. Every gesture, glance, and pause conveyed lived experience, capturing audiences and critics alike. This role validated decades of dedication, proving that talent and perseverance can transcend systemic barriers. It marked the beginning of Freeman's rise in Hollywood, signaling that his unique presence, honed over years of quiet labor, was finally being recognized. The recognition was not just a professional milestone, but also a testament to his resilience and unwavering commitment to his dream, despite years of near invisibility. Personal loss, challenges, and resilience. Even after professional success, Freeman's life has been marked by personal tragedies. A serious car accident in 2008 left him with permanent nerve damage and ongoing physical pain. In 2015, he suffered the devastating loss of his granddaughter, Idina Hines, a tragedy that left a deep private wound. Despite these hardships, Freeman remained committed to his craft, continuing to perform, narrate, and inspire. His resilience is a defining feature, reflecting decades of enduring systemic, personal, and professional challenges. Freeman's life story illustrates that strength is not the absence of adversity, but the ability to continue, create, and contribute despite it. He embodies the idea that talent, combined with perseverance and empathy, can transform struggle into enduring achievement. Lessons from Morgan Freeman's journey. Morgan Freeman's story is a testament to the power of patience, persistence, and inner strength. From a childhood marked by poverty and racial segregation to decades of near invisibility in Hollywood, Freeman's journey highlights the importance of endurance, observation, and self-belief. His career demonstrates that profound artistry often emerges not from ease, but from struggle, reflection, and refinement over time. Freeman's life reminds us that success is not merely measured by fame or wealth, but by the courage to follow one's passion, the empathy to understand others, and the resilience to keep pursuing one's dreams against all odds. Through his work and personal perseverance, Morgan Freeman has become a symbol of dignity, intelligence, and humanity in both cinema and life.